Hi, my name's Mike. I've been at Accenture for 2.5 years. I studied computing science at Staffordshire University. The role I'm currently in is kind of like a team lead role, but I've got there from kind of the grounding of a software engineer and kind of gone up from there.
Hi, my name is Mark. I've been with Accenture just under 2 years now, and I'm currently in a software engineering role.
I applied to Accenture because it's really the kind of top industry for consulting and technology. What I particularly like about it is the fact that you can work for multiple clients, which gives you such an opportunity and a different range of kind of jobs and technologies to work with. Essentially, it's like working for different jobs almost for every kind of different role that you're in. So it gives you a lot of opportunity if you ever want to move around.
Mine was for the travel and the ability to work across different technologies across a broad range of industries. My favourite project so far has been a large online retailer. We've had the ability to go in and really help them transform and introduce new technologies to them which they hadn't previously used.
Cool, and I guess adding to Mark's, that's my favourite project as well. I've been in kind of a couple of different industries. One's banking, one's kind of government. That is my favourite project so far because we really feel like we've made a difference. We really have a difference for change as well. And it's great people to work with. The client's kind of quite friendly, but you get quite a mix obviously. And we also get to travel quite a lot to Sweden for that one. So we get to go abroad. It's a great opportunity to do that.
So my biggest challenge so far is coming out of university and starting your role, and I was sort of chucked in the deep end fairly quickly. This can be a good thing. It helped me sort of learn and adjust, and you have to pick up these new skills quickly.
The biggest challenge that I've faced at Accenture is probably kind of to counterbalance Mark's argument and to say that he kind of came straight out of uni, he was expected to deliver straight away. It was almost the opposite when you get a bit later down your career path, in the sense that you have to get the balance right of not working too much because you're expected to deliver. But don't be afraid to ask. Everyone's always willing to help. You can easily share your workload out across the team. Accenture's great for kind of having a balance between kind of your work life and your social life too. There's a lot of opportunities to kind of, I guess, socialise with the people that you work with, but also kind of teams and engagements and other groups available. Everyone gets training when they join Accenture. They kind of get put into a category and you get training in that kind of area. What's really good is there's such a broad range of training. So I actually specialise in a specific sector and I've actually just got the opportunity to deliver that training, which was a really great opportunity in my career. But I guess it's not limited to kind of any technologies, and there's lots of opportunities for certifications as well.
So yeah, from that we get the opportunity to go to a lot of conferences, keep up with the latest technologies and do some networking. We also get some industry qualifications such as AWS, ITIL training and testing training as well.
I think something just to add on to that as well is the conference stuff is really key, because it's not only training to make ourselves in the Accenture way, but we're actually training to bring more new skills into Accenture as well, bring the latest kind of technologies in. So we're kind of we're kind of trusted to go out there and to bring that back into the project, which is really nice.
So in 5 years' time, I see myself being in a team lead position, but I'd also like to keep my sort of technical abilities up and mainly focus on these new technologies that I've been able to work with.
I think career progression is a really interesting thing at Accenture. I did a placement year, so I kind of knew how it was going to work anyway. And when I rejoined, I kind of had this aspiration to get to kind of team lead level in about 5 years. I guess I've done that really quickly, and in 2.5 years I kind of lead a team in the UK and offshore as well, which is a really great opportunity for me. And I guess one thing to take away from that is, if you want to be given the opportunity, prove that you can do it. There's kind of no limits to it in that sense.
So my key piece of advice for graduates joining Accenture would be to keep an open mind about your first project. You may not get to pick which project you're going to go into first, but going into it you will end up enjoying it. Also, there's a lot of networking events as well at Accenture, which are worth getting involved in, meeting as many people as you can, and make these contacts. They will come in useful further down your career. And my last bit would be about training. Put your name down, pester your managers to let you go on training. I think this is a good thing. And go out and find conferences that you want to go to and ask your managers if you can go.
Yeah, and just to add to that, I think the networking thing is a really key thing because, I mean, I've been here 2.5 years and people that I networked with when I joined, I'm chatting to now about kind of technologies and they're asking me for advice. So it's always good to build up that foundation. One key thing I would say is write everything down when you join because there's so much that's thrown at you and you'll think, yeah, I remember that, but you never will. So come back and do that. And the last kind of piece of advice I'd give is just, if you're not quite happy with what you're doing, ask. You empower your career essentially, so you decide which route you're going to take. So I think it's really good to kind of ask and focus on that as well. Accenture Technology is a really great place to be right now because there's a lot of opportunities to bring in the latest tech, especially with what myself and Mark do at the minute. We're kind of in the DevOps sector. So there's a lot of opportunities to bring in new and fancy stuff that's out there in the market.
Yeah, so to add to that, Accenture, our project, we're willing to put on meetups where we invite outsiders, other companies in to discuss technologies. From this, we're able to put Accenture's name out to other companies and really broadcast that we are delivering the latest technologies.
The main reason I joined Accenture is 100% the people. I kind of did this placement year and then I came back. I was still working with some of the people that I had on that placement year. I've now expanded and got my own team and my team are absolutely fantastic. I get on with every single one of them. We have a good laugh, but it also empowers us to deliver much more.
Yeah, I agree. The people, it doesn't really matter which project you're working on, there's always good people that you can have a laugh with and as well do some hard work.
I guess one thing to add to that as well is that Accenture's a really global company and whoever you talk to globally, I always find that you can have a conversation, you can always ask a question as well.
Mm-hmm.